Okay.
Okay. Let's gather round the campfire and sing some campfire songs. Specifically, rock songs. Hi. I'm Imogen. Welcome back to my channel. Here I am with Luke.
Hello.
And you might be wondering, hey, the set looks a bit different. That is because we're on the floor. So, what are we watching today, Luke?
We're watching Camp Rock.
Yeah, we are. And to really go in with the whole camp atmosphere, I've set us up a little tent to view the movie in. So this is a version of camping that I'm okay with.
Nice.
Yeah. I was gonna buy this, toy firewood thing off of Amazon, but it was £12. So this is our fire instead at our little campsite. It's just a Himalayan rock salt lamp. This is made of 2 chairs with a sheet duct taped over it. So if any point in the viewing, if this comes down, it is because it is literally taped together with about 7 pieces of duct tape.
Speaking of, this video is sponsored by duct tape. I used to think it was called duct tape.
Yeah, is it not?
Duct tape.
What's a duct?
Speaking of words, what colour hoodie are you wearing?
Well, I wanted to match Mitchie's aesthetic, so to colour match, I wore a maroon hoodie. And I said this to Luke earlier, and then he said, I'm gonna make you say that again in the video. Comment down below. I think it's not weird that I say maroon. I think that's an Australian thing. I don't know. I understand it's also maroon, but I think maroon is not incorrect, and I need people to back me up on this. So look, have you ever watched this movie before?
No, I don't watch a lot of live action movies. I mainly watch cartoons.
Shut. I'm gonna get a new boyfriend for the next video, one that actually likes me and doesn't make fun of the way I talk.
Is this the Jonas Brothers?
That is the Jonas Brothers.
Right, I remember someone saying something. All 3 of those are the Jonas Brothers.
Yes. Do you know all 3 of their names?
Nick.
Yep.
He's married to Sophie Turner.
No. That was the different one.
Joe.
Yes. They're not married anymore.
They're not married, and it's Kel Surprise. And then the third one, his name is Scarf. Jonas Brothers and a woman, the Jonas sister.
And who is that woman?
Is it Selena Gomez? Is it Sabrina Carpenter?
In 2008?
Maybe, I don't know.
Dude, she was like 10.
Is it Olivia Rodrigo?
Even younger.
Is it Chapel Roan?
It is Chapel Roan.
I listened to Hot to Go for the first.
Did you?
This is not anything to do with the video, but it's
What do you
actually
think?
really good.
It's so good.
And it's not how I thought she would sound. But it's about takeout food, right?
It's about hot dogs.
It's about hot dogs.
You can take hot dogs to go.
No, hot to go, like when you get some chips. Hot to go. But no, because you want the chips to be hot when you pick them up from McDonald's, so they're hot to go.
Sure, Luke. It's about takeout.
Oh, yeah, who is this woman?
It's Demi Lovato.
The crackhead!
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know, she looks so different though, doesn't she? So, obviously you've never seen this film before.
No.
What, do you know anything about it though?
Is it the plot of that Simpsons episode where Homer goes to a camp to be a rock star and he gets taught to be a rock star in a band?
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially the same thing. Do you have any predictions of what might happen based off of what you know from the picture?
The Jonas Brothers end up in a polyamorous quadruple with Demi Lovato. It's the only thing that could happen, and it's like Game of Thrones. It's like
It's kind of like Challenges.
It's Challenges. Maybe there's a hardship over who's the lead singer. Maybe there's a hardship over who plays what instruments. I assume 2 of the brothers both. Are they playing brothers?
It's funny you say that. We'll find out.
Scarf isn't irrelevant.
Scarf is irrelevant.
The 2 main Jonases have a crush on Demi Lovato and sort of fight over it.
There is another crucial character that you don't see here, but she's essentially the Sharpay of this movie. And like Sharpay in High School Musical, I did model my entire existence off of Tess, did you ever do like a camp thing when you were younger, like at school or anything?
Outdoor ed kind of thing, where you'd sort of go to some centre parks like place in the woods, and then you'd go climbing, and then there was like a tunnel. But they took us to Scotland, and they one of the nights, the game was to survive yourself as 11-year-olds, which I thought was pretty wild.
What?
You take a little ferry and they drop you off on an island and say, we're coming back and we'll pick you up in the morning, and and you have to survive. And it was I want to say it was like probably April, so it wasn't that warm yet, and we had to like forage for our own food. I ate a limpet.
What's a limpet?
They're sort of like a barnacle.
Oh, when you were 11?
I think a lot of people just went hungry. It was really crap as well. Sometimes, like, if you were one of the good kids, you got given a cave, and if you didn't have enough sort of Rufiola points, you just got released into the wilderness, and it was like, that's not fair.
All right, Hunger Games.
Yeah, it was a bit Hunger Gamesy. The next day sucked, actually. You had to make up a song about your experiences.
I could have done that.
Which is my least favourite part of it.
That was your least favourite part.
And then there was a pancake eating competition. This might have been a dream.
This doesn't sound real.
This doesn't sound...
If anyone else has done this before, comment down below. Do you think this is going to be better or worse than High School Musical?
Worse, but I don't care.
I think that's subjective. We'll find out.
Oh, okay, we're here.
Mitchie, up!
Mitchie's tunes. I already like it better than High School Musical.
Do you?
Yep. Except for Demi Lovato's smile. That was terrifying.
Demi Lovato's performance in this is something else.
She looks like, well, Natalie Portman in The Black Swan. It's giving that energy.
You know what? Similar vibes.
Is this her singing?
Yeah.
Is this her actually singing?
Oh my god, Demi Lovato, like, her voice, honestly, I feel like really inspired my singing style when I was a kid.
Why did she get taller in one of those motion frames? Sorry, is she Mitchie?
She's Mitchie.
I always like it in Disney Channel movies when the girls have boys' names.
Yeah. I wonder if her name is, like, actually, like, Mitchell.
Surely Michelle.
Oh, would be, yeah. But it's not spelled like that.
Mitchell. Why did she fake play that guitar there?
I don't know. She has so many instruments,
But
right?
can play none of them.
Well, this is the funny thing. When she goes to Camp Rock, she doesn't play any instruments. Spoiler. She just sings, but her room is filled with instruments.
Is that just his headshot?
I believe so.
Jonas Brothers are already a band.
The band is called Connect 3.
They just didn't have a fourth person. Or maybe they do now. And at the end of the movie, they're called Connect 4.
That would have been a better premise.
Oh.
It could have been Frankie Jonas, you know, their younger brother.
A fourth Jonas? How many of them is there?
4.
They breed like rabbits. Are they Mormons? Are they Mormons?
Maybe. They're Italian.
Don't want to be late.
Love it. I love it when the mum makes a full breakfast and then they don't touch a thing.
Literally. Also, her mum's a chef, so it's even more rude.
Let me be the first to say Jinjaji Mitchie. It means happy summer, Mitchie. Guess who got an A+ in AP Mandarin?
We never see this character ever again. And she's even named. Her name's Sierra, and she's Mitchie's best friend. We never see her ever again. So don't get too attached to Sierra.
I've already forgotten her name.
Great.
So anybody who wants to be anybody in music goes to Camp Rock.
Look at everyone's wearing 3/4 length shorts.
I love
There
this
was like
fashion.
3 in a row.
Does every dad in Disney Channel movies grill? They all have a grilling problem.
They have a grilling problem.
For dinner.
Burgers.
Burgers.
That's the best line reading I've ever seen.
So we see that the mum and the dad are happily together and married and all that stuff. But as the two films unravel, you start to question that. Because the mum seems to have eyes for another.
Well, the mum is hot to go.
The mum is hot to go. She was the mum in Wizards of Waverly Place. Did you ever watch that?
I did very briefly.
What?
She said you're going to Camp Rock.
And the dad looks like the janitor from Scrubs.
Oh my god, he kind of does.
Maybe they couldn't afford the janitor from Scrubs.
He's just busy with Scrubs. It's always a shame when you can't even afford a janitor. The flip.
I just didn't expect it. It's like they also do gymnastics at Camp Rock.
This is the thing. They have a weird emphasis on dance at Camp Rock. What kind of rock star does hip-hop?
Yeah, oh, he's doing the pop and lock it.
He's going for it.
If this chauffeur starts dancing now, I'll be so hyped. Imagine if he did, though.
That'd be so hype. Well, I will let you know now. This isn't a musical.
What?
It's not a musical.
Oh, that's bullshit.
There's music in it, but it's all, like, diegetic.
Oh, I forgot what a musical is.
Right. There's music in it. People sing songs and do performances. They're just canon within universe that people are performing. It's not, you know, happening in the make-believe musical world.
So this is Tess.
Queen.
Why is her hair blowing like that?
That's
is someone
just
holding a
what
fan on her?
happens. I hope so.
Whoa. I'm a lesbian now.
Oh my god, yes. She's hot to go.
She needs to stop doing that face with her teeth.
Founding member and bass guitar of the Wet Crows, and
It's an English person.
and bass guitar of the Wet Crows, and you must be.
This is really just the plot of that Simpsons episode.
Simpsons did it.
You knew Mick Jagger.
Yeah, backed him up for years.
Does anyone in Disney who's watching this film care about that 20-second
Oh my
conversation?
god, I didn't know who Mick Jagger was when I watched this movie.
Yeah, of course. This man needs to stop drumming on everything. He needs to get some medication.
That's just what drummers be like.
Sorry, I didn't see you. Obviously.
Is she going to walk backwards into the
I
next person?
hope so.
The TJ Tyler? She's got like a trillion Grammys.
If you had a trillion Grammys, why would you be at Camp Rock?
Well, she's a Nepo baby. It's really weird how, like, she's going to Camp Rock with all these normies when she's probably very rich and famous and well known. She's probably a fucking socialite. But it also seems like we kind of learn more about Tess, and it seems like maybe she just has nowhere else to go for the summer. And she's like, I might as well go somewhere where people adore me. Which I get. That's why I went to drama camp.
And figure out who you want to be as artists, but most of all, have fun!
I actually like the fact that, unlike High School Musical, all the kids here are like really into it. They want to be here. That's quite sweet. I got quite annoyed by
Troy being like, I don't even like theater.
Celebrity instructor.
I don't want to waste my summer at some camp.
Oh, and then Connect 3 are the celebrity instructors. Scarf, wearing his scarf.
Good scarf. It goes all the way over. It's like a shawl.
So, were the Jonas Brothers already famous?
They were only famous within the context of they were like Disney stars. You know the song Burning Up? SOS?
SOS, SOS, SOS.
Yeah, that was them. They actually wrote Hot to Go. So, Shane is the nephew of the English guy. We never find out, like, how that makes any sense if the dad's English and married an American woman. We never really delve into that. But the boys aren't his brothers in this because it's just his uncle.
And you get to see your Uncle Brown.
Nick.
Nick, thank you. Looks kind of like Mark Zuckerberg.
Aww, a little bit. He looks like Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
I wonder if...
She's working at the camp and is this how she affords to go to camp?
Yeah.
And she's gonna be mocked for that, presumably. And she's gonna pretend it's not her mum.
Oh my god, you picked that up too quickly, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because they couldn't afford to go otherwise, so the mum's the chef for the camp.
Cabin Vibe. Vibe in 2008. I like that.
When did Vibe begin?
Definitely after 2008. Maybe it started with this.
Stop. Okay, so I used to make me and my two female cousins do this. And I was Tess and they were my backup singers, and I would like yell at them if they weren't doing it right. But in character, I wasn't actually yelling at my cousins. But like we would recreate this scene all the time. God, I must have been such a nightmare child.
Oh no, Mitchie's songs are her songs, yeah. So she's about to play a song and this guy's about to hear it and be like, who is this girl?
Who is this girl? Do you have fun knowing how the movie's gonna unfold before it's happened?
Yeah, definitely. But is she not like, no, she loves him. I was going to he really tripped
He
over there.
actually tripped over, didn't he?
Or he should go into stunt acting instead of making music. Is she, this is the thing, I'm debating whether she's one of those pick-me girls, like reading a Harry Styles concert, and she's going to pretend like she's not completely into him, or is she going to admit she's completely into him?
I don't know if you noticed there is an earlier scene where when he's on the TV, she's like, ugh, Shane Gray, like, I don't know why he's such a bad boy. Ugh.
The rest of their record deal.
What is wrong with that boy? He's got everything except a clue.
The message to send to children is that if someone's ignoring you, you should pursue them relentlessly.
Well, this was at the height of Not Like Other Girls. And the most impressive thing a girl could be was like unavailable emotionally. I think it was really important for women to know that in order for them to be lovable, they had to be essentially unfeminine.
Yeah, tear down other women.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in here?
What if she was just a ghost? That'd be a much better movie if he thinks she's a ghost this whole time.
Be like, this phantom keeps haunting me. It's like Phantom of the Opera.
Oh no, she's bunking with her mom. Oh, that's unlucky.
Be yourself.
I wonder if that's the message of the movie.
Be yourself. So does she start playing music that's not her kind of music, but in the end she busts out the Mitchie songs and plays one of her songs?
Pretty much.
No, it's okay.
I wouldn't say she commits to a different style of music, but she does, she is too afraid to do her own stuff. I, once again, must emphasize that it is weird how much this movie isn't about rock music. Because a lot of the numbers are like hip-hop based. It should have been camp hip-hop.
Yeah, this isn't really rock, is it?
No, unless they just mean to rock out musically. But then why wasn't it just called music camp?
See, if I was watching this as a teenager and was really into rock and then this came on, I'd be a bit annoyed.
Well, I was also annoyed watching it because this character, I don't even know if she has a name. She's literally not important to the plot at all. So this whole song and dance just felt like such a waste of time for the movie. Like, it was kind of just there because probably the biggest artist in 2008 was, like, Beyonce and Rihanna.
These kids are impressive dancers.
They are very impressive dancers, especially considering they're not at a dance camp.
I love the sort of blonde who really didn't give a crap giving the most half-hearted clap. Well, I'll get that out for you.
All right.
Broadway?
Broadway? I think her mum was on Broadway. A weird amount of these kids are Nepo babies, and I think that's why the camp's so expensive and exclusive.
That's the music industry.
It's literally music. Fucking Gracie Abrams.
Yeah, Gracie Abrams, God.
She's J.J. Abrams' daughter?
Is she a musician?
Yeah. She opened for Taylor Swift at the Eras Tour for like
Oh, is she the one who does H-O-T-T?
No!
Totally. We're gonna be great friends. Come on, sit with us in the VIP section.
Why are they about to are they about to carry her?
It's more Mean Girls, really. It actually is exactly Mean Girls.
Oh.
She's Katie, that was Janice, they're like Tess is Regina, and the other two girls are the other two girls. There's even a stupid one.
So she sort of becomes part of their gang until they find out her mum's a...
Yeah, it's Mean
The cook.
Girls.
It's Mean Girls.
I want to get one of those phones. Have you seen them? They're making like a Barbie cell phone that's like a flip phone. It only does like calls and texts.
Did you have a flip phone?
I actually didn't, and I really wanted one. I was too young. Smartphones were around by the time I like had a phone. So she moved into their cabin, and Tess is kind of...
Sort of grooming her.
She kind of is grooming her.
But like the
in like a
proper
way
use
that
of
teenage
groom-
girls do.
Yeah, like grooming not in like the BBC way, but in like...
In like a literal like makeover way.
Yeah, like how monkeys do.
Yeah, how they groom each other. Or like how Abby Lee Miller groomed all the Dance Moms kids.
You write songs? Yeah, but they're probably...
You write songs at this music camp?
What are you, like a musician?
Well, I bet they are good. Let's hear one.
Oh, that would be my nightmare.
Oh, stop. I was Demi Lovato when I was her age, and I wrote songs all the time. And my friends would be like, I want to hear it. And I'm like, I'm going to go jump off the cliff first, and then I can play you my song. See, this is the thing. I always feel like, I've always said, if I was performing in front of like a crowd of thousands, I couldn't see their faces and the lights were in my eyes, I can do it absolutely fine. If I was just doing it in front of two people that I know very like dearly and like understand what they think is good and not good, and I sang a song to them, it would break me. I couldn't do it.
I agree.
Because you have to just look in their eyes and they're like, yeah, that was good. No. This movie's so like overexposed in some shots. Like the outside lights are so bright.
Well, it looks like H2O here.
It actually kind of does. Mitchie, you gotta get the breakfast ready for everybody.
This girl looks really familiar.
Alison Stoner.
What's she been in?
Well, she was a Disney kid. She was in like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
That'll be why.
Yeah, she was one of the little kids. She's done a lot of stuff. She's also now one of those like podcaster ex-Disney people that are like, it was so hard being a child star.
Early riser? Yum toast.
Yum toast!
What?
You should get a grey wife beater.
Oh, hey! Ooh, sorry.
I thought he was about to break that over his head. Did I ever tell you I used to really struggle getting up in the mornings? So I'd keep a glass of water next to my bed. And when I woke up, I would pour it on myself.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did.
When? How old were you?
Like in school.
Cool.
Sorry, is there a girl playing drums on the guitar?
I'll do it.
No. The finger picked her.
The finger picked her
Yes, it did.
is...
Not something you could probably get away with saying nowadays.
But very appropriate for Disney Channel, probably.
Who will I be? It's up to me.
Oh, she's nervous. Oh. Next.
So like, go.
You don't got it, kid.
You don't got Moxie.
Why has there never been sort of a dramatisation of the X Factor? Or like a mockumentary about it?
Idea.
So is she good or not? You know I'm tone deaf. Is this good or not?
You know, most people who are tone deaf can't sing, but can still understand other people singing. She's very good.
Okay, this is good.
Yes.
Alright.
Well, it's its own thing, but I think she's a really good singer.
This woman is a stick.
So skinny.
This must have given you some real problems, honey.
It gave Demi Lovato some real problems.
Come on, girls, let's get started. Well, maybe a group would be better.
I thought they said you were friends.
They're still being friends, but also like being like gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss kinds of friends.
Those kind of friends.
Okay, I don't know if we've missed a bit. Mitchie was asked what her mother does. Because they're all Nepo babies, she lied and said that her mother was the head of Hot Tunes, which was like a music company. But because that would have been too obvious and they could have been like, that's not, your mom's not the head of Hot Tunes. She was like, in China. And she made up all these lies about her mum's in China and all this stuff.
Hi.
I think that's racist.
To who? Italians?
Albinos.
Oh.
This wouldn't be the first time Demi Lovato had an issue with white powder. What was I going to say? Hey, Joe,
Thank you.
Much better.
So they don't really get along.
Oh, yeah, because she doesn't like him because she thinks he's overrated. Fade!
Well, he's just really up himself and he's just really rude to the kitchen help and it just shows his classism. In many ways, it's the plot of Pride and Prejudice.
Well, you're considered an instructor at this camp, which means you've got to instruct. Starting with...
So a lot of people have their favorite Jonas brother and
Scarf.
of course you'd pick Scarf. So I was a Joe girl, I was through and through, and I think it's because I loved Camp Rock so much. A lot of people are like a Nick fan, and I think the second movie shows Nick at his best. He's not really in this one.
Well, I'm really into Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, so I think I'll be a Nick fan.
I think you might be a Nick fan, but also you might just like Scarf. He's really good in the second one.
Okay.
We can watch some Jonas as well, the TV show.
Is that flour in your hair? No, it's Chinese body powder.
This is dropping a lot of China stuff.
Yeah, because anytime she's caught in a lie, she's like, I got it
China?
from China.
Grab a mic and a hat. Follow me if you can.
And now,
Grab a hat.
grab a hat and a mic.
You need two things to be a superstar. A mic and a hat.
So true.
Yeah, where's your hat for this one?
Should we go get some hats? Should we pause and
Yeah,
get
let's
some
pause
hats?
and get some hats.
We've got our hats. We've got our mics. We're ready.
We're ready to be rock stars
Yeah.
at Camp Rock.
We're ready to take Joe Jonas's hip hop class.
I love the leggings and the big sock. What do you call those big socks?
Leg warmers.
Yeah, you need to get some of those.
Maybe I should.
And while I'm here, in the previous scene, I don't have any evidence for this,
Okay.
but I'm 90% sure Joe Jonas had a blue tongue.
Oh, he did have that blue cupcake.
Oh, was
Maybe
that
it was from that.
Was that in character?
Yeah.
The continuity in this is sick.
So good.
Script supervisor on point. Oscar
Better than
winnings.
Goodfellas.
Don't tell him to get a hat and then put the hat in the back pocket.
Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Maybe we need to put them in the back pocket.
I don't think this is rock.
You get that a lot in this.
Also, do they all already know this number?
That's such a good... It seems like they all know the choreography. So what's he teaching them for?
It seems he just wanted to be in a dance number.
Maybe there were allegations going around that, like, Joe Jonas couldn't dance.
What, in real life?
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
thinking.
he was like, you need to put me in a dance number.
So much of this movie is just, like, numbers that don't need to be there. Because I think what makes it different than a musical, right, is a lot of songs in musicals push the plot forward. Like, even in, like, High School Musical, it tells you more about what the characters are feeling and stuff like that. Camp Rock spends the same amount of time doing musical numbers that mean nothing.
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm not engaging with it as much as I did as High School Musical, is like, this is irrelevant.
It literally is. This does nothing for the plot other than go, all right, guess they dance at Camp Rock.
Talk about dancing to the beat of a different drum.
Sick burn.
Roasted.
How deep were his 3/4 pockets?
Then he had drumsticks in there. This is my favorite line.
Rhythm is in your hands. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Have to work on getting that beat from those sticks to those feet.
He's a drummer, why does he need to dance?
Such a good question. Well,
Can we get some of those?
they're so cool, right? It seems like when you go to Camp Rock, doesn't matter if you're, like, you just played the drums and that's it. You still have to take hip-hop class, which is like, that feels like a waste of time.
The mum is stacked.
She is mother. She
Did you
is
see
hot
her in
to
that
go.
top?
Oh, I saw her in that top.
I think as if I'd watched this when I was 14, that would have awakened something in me.
You wouldn't have been interested in any of the, like, younger girls.
No. So, yeah, the allegations were Joe Jonas can't dance, so he was giving nothing. So he's really the original Dua Lipa.
That one comment changed his whole career. They said, go Joe, give us nothing. And so then he did this.
So the other Jonas Brothers just not in this film? What?
Okay, they're in it a little bit. They come for a song very shortly, and then they go again.
Tess is interesting.
I like how the mum can already sense that Tess is a bitch.
You just would know. My mum knew all of my friends were toxic before I did.
My mum didn't. My mum was like, go hang out with these people. They seem great. Did you see the big paint? There was a big paint can with the label corn on it.
Corn flavored paint? Paint colored corn.
This one has character to it. It's like she is the diva and thinks she's the boss, and Demi Lovato is just the backup and is being sidelined. It's sort of the story of Destiny's Child, really.
Yeah, she's Beyonce. And it also shows you that, like, she's obviously trying to get Joe's attention and he's not really into it.
I'm going to say, and this is a criticism of all performers in general, Demi's been a real bitch here. In that,
No.
even if you're sidelined, you give 110% when you're on stage, no matter what.
Agreed.
No
There's
matter if you're
no
not feeling-
small parts.
You do your... It's like the military. I've always thought entertainment industry is like the military. You do your job regardless of your rank, and you work and you grind.
You tell him.
And I don't think Demi Lovato's grinding enough.
She's 16.
It's not what I meant. This is how I get cancelled. This audio.
Oh, there's plenty of other reasons you'll get cancelled.
I'm hoping you take all those to your grave.
I will.
Thanks, honey.
Icon. She is the moment.
Back up.
It's really badly lit.
Yeah, because they had the fire, so they had to have, like, the brightness down so that it wasn't, like, too much.
The rest of the movie's so overexposed, and that one shot is like the Game of Thrones Winterfell scene.
Who is that?
Can a guy get some peace?
She literally just coughed, and he was like, who did that?
I'm gonna start saying that to you throughout the house, no matter what you're doing.
I'm gonna cry.
Can't I get some peace? Does he now write a song called Can't I Get Some Peace? Because he should.
Yeah. He's gonna write a song called Can This Be Shut Up?
It was good for stupid cookie cutter pop star stuff.
Oh, so she's a proper rock girl. She's not like the other girls.
If we learned anything from this movie, is that she is not like other girls. But she's not like the girl who isn't like other girls. She's different and more like girls, but still not like the other girls. There's an important distinction.
I followed that completely. I like that they're actually taking a critique against the music industry.
You think?
Yeah, because he was like, oh, I only play the stuff the label thinks will sell, and I don't like that. Yeah, I wonder if the Jonas Brothers were like trying to get out from under Disney's label.
Okay, that was on purpose.
Oh my god, you hoe.
Okay, so like, remember how Sharpay was the villain, but honestly she didn't do anything wrong?
Yeah, this girl full on bitch.
Tess is like evil.
Also, what in the world? They're eating dry spaghetti with carrot sticks. This should be called camp eating disorder.
Well, it's just like, how did that mum get the job?
Imagine if they find out her mum's the cook and they don't actually care except for the fact that the food's crap. Like, we'd let you be in the gang if your mum could actually cook.
Your mum made this? If she had made something nice, yeah, I literally wouldn't have cared. Your mum made me malnourished. You're singing back up because I'm hungry thanks to your mom.
From here on out, you're on kitchen duty.
Oh no, that's gonna reveal that she's already on kitchen duty.
Oh.
How did you not see him there? Why does everyone in Disney have no peripheral vision?
They just have perfect tunnel vision. Like you, trapped in the tunnel as a child. This is one of my favorite things in movies sometimes, where something is really strange that one character's doing, but because it would reveal the plot, the other character goes, huh, that was weird. Like, she's holding a whole box of chips, and he's just like, you hungry?
I need to try to get.
If you could sing and play the guitar, I think we would already be married by now.
Well, I've got a good point about that. What is this hot, but Ken in the Barbie movie doing the guitar is somehow mocked?
Controversial opinion. Ken playing the guitar in the Barbie movie does things to me too. Said I don't know if I've ever been. It's just because every guy you've ever met at like a party with a guitar will play a song to you and like look you in the eyes.
Because we've been conditioned by Joe Jonas to do so. It's his fault.
But he makes it work. And it sucks that not every guy looks like Joe Jonas.
Yeah, it only works if you look like Joe Jonas. That's what no one tells you when you pull out your guitar at your first Year 9 party and try and play a song, and Alison Tyler doesn't like what you're playing and she laughs at you. So, you know.
Yeah.
I heard this girl singing.
It was the ghost.
I saw this phantom in the night singing, and it kind of reminded me of the music I like to play. Oh my god, her shoes. Her, like, boots with the tassels on them.
Boots with the tassels. She gotta stop doing that face.
I assume she doesn't really know what she looks like on camera if this is her first movie. So maybe after this she got the feedback, like, tone it down. But at the same time, she kind of made a career out of that face. If you look at, like, Sunny with a Chance, she did that shit all the time.
You know what? She's fine in this. She's fine.
Yeah, I actually like her.
All the acting in this is there anyone... I haven't seen anyone terrible yet.
No. Although, watch this scene.
Do you need some help? This is rich, but apparently you're not.
You're not.
You poor working class bitch.
Yeah, someone's poor. She's being so mean.
She's
here.
being really mean about this.
She's really cutting into her.
I just wanted to fit in, okay?
This is actually quite, like, touching. Then Demi Lovato's doing a good job here.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I think if you want someone to act well, you sort of just throw water on them.
Yeah. And put chips in their hair.
Yeah, if you make them uncomfortable, I think they'll act well.
She's probably just cold.
Yeah. I think if you're cold, you act well.
I agree.
What happened to you?
She got drowned in her lies.
Sick burn!
She got drowned in her chips.
Also, like, you know when they were giving out the punishment, why didn't she just be like, oh, I guess I'll go work in the kitchen then, wink, and then goes and works in the kitchen. And then it's not weird that she's in the kitchen.
Because Mitchie is so dumb in this movie. Those look like some good tacos.
Why are all the drawings on the wall done by like 5-year-olds?
What's funny, actually, in the second movie, we see like a lot of younger kids at the camp, but right now it just seems like only like 16, 17-year-olds go there.
The other lemmings are over there.
Oh, she is absolutely tearing into her. This.
I know.
Go, sweet life girl, go.
The backup singer should wear the same thing, not the lead singer. Hello.
She's very good at being girl boss. I don't know if you might have seen this. This was like trending on TikTok for a bit.
Ah, the new Trent Reznor track.
She's really good.
What?
She's really good.
It's like it's like Ross in Friends playing piano.
I never watched Friends.
Well, I'll find that clip for you.
Alright.
Help! Help! There's a snake! Snake!
Tess is real evil.
Tess is like actually really awful in this.
Whatever, major loser.
Sick, that's grade school fucking insults.
Whatever, major loser? That is so last year.
She's making a stand.
Yes, she is.
Good on you, Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
Even though you're just doing that so the other girl doesn't rat you out, you always have to have a game plan, Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
If you want to, chaos is a ladder.
Oh.
If you want to play the Game of Thrones, you climb the ladder.
Right.
Also, why couldn't she just continue playing after Tess had gone, oh, there's a snake? And then it's like, no, there's not a snake, you dumb Tess. It's a power cord. Please continue.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they were all scared there really was a snake.
Because I was friends with Tess.
So it is Mean Girls.
I should have predicted this. Yeah, she's Lizzie Kaplan.
And she's popular, but so what?
No, there are other perks to being popular. Show the pros and cons at least.
Yeah, she's probably going to get a Grammy just because her mom has 4.
Life really is just a popularity contest. If you're popular, you'll get a good job, you'll get a good house, people will give you nice things. Like, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I think, well, we've talked about this before, but when we're rewatching media from this time in, like, history, this era, a lot of the messaging was weirdly anti-capitalist, but also just really against selling yourself out and being like a phony, and it's all about like being authentic, but even if that means not being successful, which is just so not a thing anymore.
Yeah, so now it's sell out as much as you can,
Yeah.
be as popular as you can, go viral.
Yeah.
Is essentially the messaging now.
Listen, about me recording with the camper.
I want a drum full of cookies.
Hell yeah. Where's his scarf?
He's poolside.
But his pool scarf.
That's a good point. Where is his pool scarf?
Now I just find that girl with a voice.
No, she's a ghost. If they don't let this like guy drum in some sort of band, then what is this movie?
I don't know if there are any drumming scenes. There aren't really any bands in this movie.
I like how all these kids hang out alone with their instruments, so they have to run and whisper to them.
They have no friends. They just sit and play the trumpet alone in the woods. So, like, everyone's found out he's looking for this girl with this magic voice that he overheard. And now, so all of these girls are coming forward and being like, it must have been me, listen to me sing.
Oh, it's just like Cinderella.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, why doesn't he just say, the song that I heard had these lyrics?
Yeah, if he was like, it goes like, this is real, this is me. She'd be like, oh, that's my song.
Oh, yeah, that's me, yeah.
But then we wouldn't have a movie. But he can't like her. I'm more popular than her.
It must be the same for you too, huh?
What?
Because it's your mom and a job at Hot Tunes. People probably always fake around you.
Oh, you're gonna get caught in your web of lies, Demi Lovato.
Yeah, but I actually really like that they, like, bond over this feeling of, like, being inauthentic and, like, people judging them and not knowing the real them. And it's like, yeah, but, you know, no one really knows the real her because she keeps lying all the time.
I wonder if this taught Demi Lovato a lesson in, like, watch out for people being fake around you when you get famous. I wonder if she actually imbibed that as a lesson.
Bye.
I think that's a terrible plot point in that she just finds out by accident.
Yeah, agreed.
I think that's, she should have found out for a reason. Like, it seems useless that not useless, but just, that's very cheap.
It could have been a way bigger moment in the movie for her to realize it. It's kind of glossed over as well, because then, like, this scene happens straight away, and you're kind of like, oh, I didn't even notice that Tess learnt the truth. This is probably the best song in the movie. Oh, not really. Well, one of them.
Oh, it's it's the boys.
It's the boys.
Scarf, you forgot your scarf.
But he does have like a cool chain.
Nick Jonas looks like me when I went to my first year 8 party. Was wearing that exact outfit. I think this is the closest thing to rock.
This is probably the only like band performance in this whole movie, funny enough.
It's kind of unfair they didn't get the drumming kid to do the drums on this. Here's the thing. I've always disliked songs about playing songs.
Do you like plays about being in the theater? Or like movies about making
Sometimes
movies?
they're okay. I tend not to like books about writers or movies about screenwriters. Also, I've just noticed there is a drummer off to the side, but it's just...
it's
not
a girl.
It's not the drumming kid whose whole shtick was drumming. You had the perfect opportunity there. What are you doing?
Yeah. But it is nice that they included it off to the side.
Yeah. So they're friends now, are they?
Caitlin and Mitchie?
Sure.
Yeah, I think they're just friends because they're both losers. You know what? Sometimes you and your loser best friend are actually the most toxic pair.
We are talking about finishing my birdhouse, right? Come on. See if I'm...
I like that energy from Scarf. He's giving me sort of like Paul Dano.
The birdhouse comes back in the second one.
I hope it does.
Tell us about your mom again.
Oh, shit.
When Shane's right there. No, but her mom's right there.
Oh, no, I didn't see. They needed to choreograph that a bit
Yeah,
better.
it's weird that the important people are just standing behind them, so you can't even notice, really.
Yeah,
like,
at
that's
least
so
give her
in the
like
back.
a close-up or something.
Yeah, like, that's really heartbreaking.
Go on. Tell us.
Okay, but, like, Tess is eating this up. Like, she ate.
Yeah, this is weirdly like so offensive to like cooks.
Yeah, I know, right? I feel like being a chef is actually a really, like, respectable profession. Yeah, no, Sharpay wasn't actually that mean. Sharpay was, like, rich and a bit up herself and, like, wanted to be the center of attention. But she didn't really do anything that malicious. Tess just, like, ruined this girl's life in front of everybody.
I was just trying to...
Save it for your interview with Pop Informer magazine.
I love that everyone's
Listen to
watching.
my music. Change my sound. I don't want to get sidetracked with liking someone anyway.
That's why I wear this purity ring.
I'm saving myself for God.
Now, gonna let the light...
If anyone just started singing at me in a conversation, I'd punch them. Even
This
you.
is real. This is... Oh, do it.
Don't make me reveal my true self. She should like just copy this out in her own notebook or take off the front page and say like Tessa's songs and then present them. That would be the smart thing to do.
That would be like Cinderella, like when they like cut off their heels to fit the shoe.
But what dumbass thing does she do?
I don't
Also,
remember.
there's a crack in
The lens?
in the lens.
I've always felt like the lighting in this scene is so weird. The way they're all like in the front and she's just like in the sun in the back in like a light detention.
She's trapped in the like light source.
Yeah, maybe it's because she's in the spotlight now and she's like realizes she doesn't want it.
And the last time I checked, no one was busting their butts to sit next to us at the lunch table. And when I got here, I just wanted it to be different.
How would you feel if your kid lied about what you did for a living to fit in with their friends?
I'd get it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Teenagers are mean. I'd be like, you know what, honey? You gotta do what you gotta do to survive in the jungle that is high school.
Gonna
It's
help you
fine.
date Joe Jonas?
Yeah.
You can tell him I'm dead.
I want to listen to you, and it is not just me and your dad.
It's fine. I'll give them food poisoning, and then you can be the lead in the show. That's what a true mum would do.
Wet tortilla chips.
That's what my mum would do. My mum would food my mum would food poison my enemies.
For revenge, she would.
Slice of cake.
For lunch?
That's it.
Maybe the food's poisoned.
I guess. But you have to give me your cake.
Ah, the cake was plot relevant.
Yes.
Plot cake.
Not cake. Chekhov's cake.
The chicken was kind of dry. Could you tell your mom to be just a little more careful?
If anything, it looks undercooked.
But I'm a much better person than someone who feels good about herself because she makes everyone else feel bad.
My nightmare is that I write dialogue like this in my films.
Like unknowingly.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, this is the moral of the film.
You're like, I bet this is really subtle and no one's gonna pick up on this. Did you think this movie was gonna have a montage about getting ready for the concert?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you understand what's happening so far?
Yeah, this is the final jam.
Who do you think's gonna win?
I think the kid who is painting.
If the prize is to be on a song with the Jonas Brothers singing, because they really only make it sound like you get to sing with Shane Gray. What if you're not a singer at this camp? What are all the dance kids doing? What if they win?
I like how this guy ran towards the camera with that one day thing.
Oh yeah, it's kind of fourth wall breaky.
Yeah. Is that is she flipping a burger bun?
Tess thinks that Mitchie and Caitlin stole her charm bracelet.
Oh. It was the mom who stole it.
I've got to ban you guys from the rest of camp activities.
Oh no.
Fade to black.
Fade to black, fade to black, fade to black, fade to black, fade to black.
Made for TV.
Yes! For lunch?
Ketchup and mustard.
Where's his scarf? That's where he gets all his powers from.
Clearly, he's lost all his power.
So what do these guys do nowadays? Just be rich?
No, they had a comeback not long ago. They've been like touring.
Oh,
Yeah.
good on them.
Yeah. I really want to go to a Jonas Brothers concert.
I wanted to go see McFly and Busted when they were together.
Who?
McBusted. You don't know McFly?
Like Marty?
You don't know Busted?
No. Is this what causes us to break up?
You know Busted. And I've been to the year 3000.
That's a Jonas Brothers song.
No,
It
it's
is.
No, it's not. And I've been to
Near
the
the
year
year
3000.
Not much has changed, but they live underwater. It's a Jonas Brothers song.
The world knows it as a Busted song.
I don't believe you. I don't think anyone's ever heard of Busted.
I reckon.
I think if you sang that song, everyone would go like, oh, the Jonas Brothers.
I bet Busted has more views on YouTube with that song than the Jonas Brothers do.
Alright, that I'll bet.
So, to begin with, year 3000, Busted comes up first,
Okay.
followed by the Jonas Brothers. So Busted has 21 million. That's not looking good. Jonas Brothers has more. Whose is it though? Because the Jonas Brothers, it's Busted's song, right?
I think it's Busted's song. But I won the bet.
You're right. Look, Busted.
Did you know that Jonas Brothers did a cover of that? Or was that just a funny coincidence?
I really didn't know Jonas Brothers did year 3000.
Comment down below which version is your version.
Okay.
Are you old or are you under 25?
Didn't have to do me like that.
I was there.
Look at her face. Why is she doing that? That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Demi Lovato should be
She
in a
got
horror
big
movie.
teeth.
She should be in a horror movie. She should have been in Smile.
She should have been in Smile. Such a small auditorium for the thing that's going to make the next Grammy Award-winning artist.
Yeah, what the hell?
You guys may be used to losing, but not me.
I wish me and my best friends had matching silk robes.
Oh, Destiny's Child's falling apart. Beyonce.
But what's the other one's name?
Shakira.
Shakira.
Who just has one backup dancer.
I mean,
Azalea Banks.
yeah, she was in the 2-on-2.
BTW, your lip gloss is so not glossy anymore.
That would hurt me.
A chance to record with my nephew, pop star Shane Gray.
How pissed off would you be if you won the year before and all you got was a trophy? And then this year it's like, oh, okay.
And you get to make a song with Joe Jonas. I'd be like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's your boy Barry.
Should have gotten some
Trampoline
trampolines.
rap?
Oh yeah, they invented trampoline rap.
Sorry, this would have been my favourite song. You know what? If I'd have heard this would have gotten me into hip hop. Sorry, is that Tess's minion?
Yeah.
So she switched teams and already knows the song.
I know, right? Was she preparing for this? She switched teams about 3 minutes ago and now knows all the choreography and is the main singer in it. She did Joe Jonas's class where you learn the choreography as soon as he teaches it to you.
She did Joe Jonas's class where you learn to betray your bandmates. Did the Jonas Brothers end on good terms?
No. I think this was like my brother's favorite or something.
Yeah, it's a very boy song. But she's lost all her backup dancers.
Yeah, they were weighing her down.
Oh, but she still does the song well.
Yeah. I don't even know why the backup singers were there, because there's backup dancers. It should have been a solo performance this whole time. Also, somehow, even though all the other singers are gone, she manages to harmonize with herself here.
Tess is just that talented.
It's annoying when Nepo babies are actually talented, you know, like Ben Platt.
And...
Riley Keough.
Yeah, and who am I thinking of? The old man from Babe.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, we watched him in something else.
Succession, the brother from Succession.
And like he's like
James
weirdly...
Cromwell, the famous Nepo baby, James Cromwell.
Such a famous Nepo baby.
He's really just Tess.
Yeah, he's an it girl.
I think Tess would have voted for Trump.
I think her mom definitely voted for Trump. Her mom looks like she's married to Trump. You fool, you tripped over, I'll never forgive you. Okay, but she literally just went, oh, and the song stopped? Did she trip over a chord that was like, had everything plugged in?
This is weird. I didn't think I'd feel bad for Tess.
Yeah, I know.
And
but you do, don't you?
This
Like,
has made me feel bad for Tess.
It's really embarrassing to mess up on stage.
So there's really only 3 tracks, and one of them bombed. So it's between trampolines and...
and this.
Margaret Dupree!
Who's Margaret?
Peggy was Margaret.
All along, I was Margaret.
You remember Peggy? She was so important to the movie.
What a twist.
I know. Peggy and Margaret were the same person all along.
What the... There I was in the background,
No,
all along,
literally,
plotting.
And they close up and she's like...
This is going to sound dumb, but does she actually win in the end? She should. What a twist.
You'll find out.
She seems more talented than Demi Lovato.
Oh, yeah. The weird thing is that the next song is essentially the same song, just more upbeat. Like, literally, lyrically, it's pretty much the same, just, like, inverted.
There she is.
Here I am, and here I'm gonna stand. Now I'm gonna cry, and then I'll walk off stage.
She is pretty good.
Yeah, I thought she was pretty good.
My name's Margaret.
It's Margaret.
Why did they change her name?
Peggy is a nickname for Margaret.
No.
Girl.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How? Where's the P come from? Peggy's nowhere near. If her name was Pegret...
It's the end of Final Jam.
I was so hoping you'd catch on.
Can you believe Final Jam's already over? That was like 4 minutes.
3 performances. All right, everyone go home. Pay us our checks.
Yeah.
Put the checks in the mail.
You guys, like, literally, Mitchie couldn't afford to do this without her mum getting a job there. For this moment of all of 5 minutes of 3 performances.
Did they say why they let him back on?
It's the end of Final Jam.
Oh,
Final Jam's over. They have to vote now.
You know who would have been good in this role?
Me.
Cardi B.
Iconic.
You loved this as a kid. You sang this every day as a 8-year-old, didn't you? This was like your ringtone on your Nokia.
She gets criticized a lot in this for doing dance moves that make it look like she kind of has to pee and she's holding it in.
God. Good, but not enough trampolines.
Yeah, where did the trampolines go?
Oh, this is nice.
And it was the song he sang to her earlier, and they're doing like a mashup of the 2 songs.
I didn't pick up on that.
I didn't think you would.
What? I'll tell you what's weird though. It's like there's no romance between them. Do you know what I mean?
We didn't really see a lot, no.
There's no, at least like with Gabriella and Troy, it's like you can tell there's like a romantic element to it. There's no love.
There wasn't as many moments in this as there in High School Musical where it's like you really see them connect and like stare at each other longingly and you realize that they have like really deep feelings for one another. Funny enough though, these 2 did end up dating after this.
Demi Lovato and Nick Jonas.
Joe Jonas. I think they were together during the second movie.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That'd be nice to do a movie with your girlfriend.
I know.
The winner of Final Jam this year is, drum roll please, Margaret Dupree!
Oh, I was right.
Yeah, you actually did guess that correctly.
Go on, Maggie.
Maggie. Pegret.
Pegret.
Congratulations, Peggy. You deserve it. You were amazing.
It'd be kind of funny if he was like, I loved that song that I did with that other girl. I'm gonna let Pegret record it with me. I love her like little sequin tie.
You should have got one of those. That's amazing.
That whole outfit.
Honey, I'm sorry you didn't win.
But I did. I won the best summer of my life.
Again, I worry sometimes my writing sounds like that.
If you ever wrote, I won the best summer of my life thanks to you, I think I would leave you.
Imagine if the guy who wrote Camp Rock's wife left him over Camp Rock.
Don't. And guess what they don't do?
Oh, I can't kiss in a Disney movie.
Nah, not yet anyway. You can kiss in the second film, just not the first one.
Does this man get a song?
Weirdly, no. I don't know why he's holding a guitar. Maybe he plays a little bit in this. This is like the end song. This is the we're all in this together.
Well, that's a nice message.
Yeah.
Be yourself. I wonder if you could just sell any movie that's message was be yourself to Disney Channel in the noughties. You just like...
I think just between like 1990 to like 2010, if a movie's premise was be yourself, it was just immediately like a hit.
Yeah, it's like this movie is about a mole who wants to be a pilot, but then finds out he can only fly planes underground, and the message is be yourself. And Disney's like, we'll take 3.
But they can only kiss in the second one. I will say, this movie did make me want to, like, be a rock star.
Oh, that's what School of Rock did for me.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Do you think this is just a worse version of School of Rock?
No, I think this is School of Rock for girls.
I feel bad for the other... Oh, no, the other Jonas Brothers are still playing. Do they get more in the second one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's good for them.
Yeah, way more. They're literally not in this movie, but they are in the second one.
I bet after this one aired...
Yeah.
They came into Joe's room at night with pillowcases full of soap and just beat him until he let them be in the second one. Sort of like Full Metal Jacket. Straight to the white face.
Yeah.
It looks
the
like...
best moment of the film.
Well, that was Camp Rock 1.
Yeah, it was. Do you have the remote? No, I do. Camp Rock. Good times.
Well, I have some thoughts on Camp Rock 1. Shouldn't the other two, Scarf and Nick, shouldn't be in the poster?
It's the same problem with Taylor in High School Musical.
Yeah, it should just be the two of them. Maybe, if I was Tess, I'd be well pissed off I wasn't in the poster.
I think it should be Tess, Mitchie, Shane, and...
Clarissa.
I think we're thinking of the same person.
Sweet Life.
Alison Stoner.
Sweet Life.
Yeah. I also forgot what her name is.
Yeah.
Caitlyn.
Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner! No, her name is Caitlyn Jenner in this.
Was it actually Caitlyn Jenner?
It's either Caitlyn Jenner or Caitlyn Jeffer.
Okay.
It's something real close.
Alright, so now that you've seen Camp Rock 1, how do you feel it compares to, say, High School Musical 1 in terms of the beginning of an iconic Disney Channel franchise?
To 1? Oh, it's much worse than High School Musical 1. Well, High School Musical 1 was my favourite of the High School Musicals.
Was it actually?
Yeah, we've been through this in the other videos.
I don't remember.
Check out the other videos.
Yeah, tell me what happens in the other videos, because I don't remember.
I would say it ranks, so far, of my Disney watchings, High School Musical 1, High School Musical 3, Camp Rock, and then High School Musical 2.
I had a feeling you'd say that. So it sounds like you didn't love Camp Rock, but it didn't hurt your soul as much as High School Musical 2 did.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. There was nothing for me to really grasp onto. Yeah. I thought Joe Jonas was kind of a bell end, so I couldn't really grasp onto that. And Mitchie, I was just like... She's a very pick-me girl, and it's like, I'm very annoyed by that kind of thing. I was kind of a bit annoyed by the message. I also didn't buy their romance. There wasn't very good plot holes. But I actually, once again, I think I just like the villains in Disney movies, because I really like Tess. I thought Tess was awful, but in an interesting way.
Yeah, agreed.
It wasn't goofy enough for me. It was just very bland.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Camp Rock isn't like silly and outrageous, and there's not a lot of like laugh out loud moments in the same way that High School Musical 1 is just camp.
that it needed for a movie called Camp. It wasn't camp enough.
It also wasn't rock enough.
How would you rank this among High School Musicals?
I almost feel like I would do the inverse to what you did. Like, it's not as good as High School Musical 2, but I've always really tossed up Camp Rock 1 and Camp Rock 2 as which one out of the two is my favorite. So I'm actually really excited to rewatch 2 as well and, like, make a definitive choice. But for me, it's like High School Musical 2, maybe Camp Rock 1 and or 2, and then HSM 1 and 3 interchange depending on my mood. But I think that's where I think I like Camp Rock more than I like the first High School Musical, which is, yeah. I just watched Camp Rock more when I was a kid, I think.
Okay.
I think because my brother liked it.
Oh, so you'd watch it together?
Yeah, I think so. Because he wouldn't want to watch High School Musical, but he would watch Camp Rock.
Who was your favourite character?
I mean, I think I've always been a Tess fan. You know what? I will say, I haven't watched this in a while.
But you knew she was mean, right?
I didn't realize how mean she was.
Okay.
But maybe I like glamorized her in my head. I think I got her like emotionally mixed up with Sharpay a bit.
I think you're just biased to anyone who's blonde.
I wasn't even blonde as a kid. I had like red hair. I just liked her vibe. I think I was just a narcissist. And I like felt akin to her. I also just thought like annoying brunette like leading girls were just annoying.
See, I didn't find Demi Lovato annoying in this. I don't think she was ever annoying the way Vanessa Hudgens was, no.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
No, I don't think in the same way, no. I think she's more likable. I also love her songs. I think Mitchie's songs are the best. This Is Me was the anthem to my childhood. If you and I never do the Joe Jonas duet, then I don't think this is gonna last.
Should we do it at the wedding?
Yeah.
Is that our first dance?
I mean,
our first rock?
Our final jam.
Our first jam.
Oh.
You just liked the end numbers.
I just like Joe Jonas. That's true. I do like Every Day from High School Musical 2. How did you feel about the fact that Joe Jonas came for your aesthetic? You're wearing white today, which is unusual for you. You normally wear a black V-neck like every day.
There are 8 black V-necks in the wash today.
So, did you feel seen by Shane Gray? Did you think you two were kindred spirits?
Yeah, it's me, Joe Jonas, and Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
Same outfit. You reach a certain age and then you just pick a direction. You become one of them.
Any closing thoughts about Camp Rock? Was there anything that you feel like should have happened that didn't?
I will say there was no romance between them, which was weird, even though they like held hands sort of at the end.
Well, they had the canoe ride together.
They had a canoe ride together. I mean, and in Disney Channel terms, that's a metaphor.
It is. Well, I think there was actually something I kind of wanted to chat to you about very briefly that I think this movie kind of touches on that High School Musical did as well. That was really interesting, is that they hint at this idea of a love triangle and they never commit to it.
Who's the third?
In this one.
Yeah.
Tess.
No, but I think for a love triangle, you have to, like, the middle person, the point has to be, like, torn between the two of them, like Twilight. I don't think ever Joe Jonas was ever going to go with Tess.
No, I don't think so either, but I think...
And I don't think Zac Efron was ever going to go with Sharpay.
Musical, I feel like Sharpay never flat out is like, Troy, I have feelings for you. It's always just kind of like, she just wants him for herself.
Oh, like a kid whose toy's stolen.
Yeah, it's not really romantic coded. It's more about them having control over this hot boy.
I think that's really interesting.
It's always from the woman's motivation of like, I need to steal the hot, attractive guy back from the weird brunette girl. I think that happens both times.
And it's about popularity and possession. Yeah. And I think that probably speaks to teenagers. If you're in school and there's a girl trying to get a hot boy, it's probably just for control, according to Imi.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, what else does a teenage boy have to offer? Really?
Yeah, we got nothing. Well, I remember when I was a teenage boy, all the teenage girls used to date adults, so that was great.
Yeah.
There's a great meme where it's like, as soon as you turn 13, you're competing with everyone who's up to the age of 30 for girls your own age. You're like, okay.
Yeah, so true.
I think we're pulling this down a bit.
You're on it.
Oh, sorry. The tent's coming down.
If the tent comes down mid-video, that's going to be really funny.
There wasn't enough tents for a camp. If you'd built a log cabin in the...
There was barely any cabin. There's a little campness to it for how much I've campified our living room.
Yeah, I mean, they did canoes.
They had a canoe.
Pretty campy.
They never really had a canoe class. I will say as well, they didn't have any like camp counselors or anything. There weren't really any teachers. It was like Joe was the only teacher and he taught dance and microphone holding.
And hats.
Well, he taught you how to put a hat in his back pocket.
I'm looking forward to Camp Rock 2. I'm way more hyped about Camp Rock 2 than I was after HSM 2.
Good. I will say, I think Camp Rock 2 is a better sequel in terms of what it provides.
I just want more
for
camp.
The plot.
I want more camp. I want more rock. I want more plot. Maybe a bit of romance. I want more Scarf.
Well, you're in for a treat.
Hell yeah. What time is it?
Final jam? You're the voice I hear inside my head, the reason that I'm singing.